I still gonna do the yep. You know what? Never mind. It's a dumb joke. I'm gonna stop doing it. Done it too much. I did it twice. That's anyway. Not the point. Hey guys. Sean here again. You might remember me from 000 and 001 on this channel. Hello to my 2 subscribers I currently have. How's it going, guys? Or hello to my future subscribers, however many they might be when you're watching this. Hello to all of you, or none of you if the 2 guys I mentioned before have unsubscribed. So this week I wanted to talk to you about something I mentioned at the end of last week's video. At the end of last week's video I said I was going to have to go and edit that video, which I did. You saw it, hopefully. If not, go back, watch it. It's decent, better than the original. It has editing, that's the main reason. And I wanted to talk about why that was going to be so hard for me. Why editing the video was going to be difficult. The editing itself, not hard. Not hard at all. I subscribed to Adobe. I downloaded Adobe Premiere, uploaded the video to it, did the cutting and all that stuff. Very simple. Adobe Premiere makes things very easy. There's plenty of tutorials on YouTube on how to use it. I did all that with ease. 13 years ago or so, roughly, I went to a broadcasting school, which was basically a trade school, a 9-month program, and I learned editing. Editing is not hard. Anyone can do it. I got a certificate of completion, which is what they call a diploma, but I think they legally can't call it a diploma because it's not an actual school. But yeah, editing. Editing is easy, especially with Adobe Premiere these days. I mean, I can... Here, look. Boom. Right here. There's my video from last week. Look at it. Look at it go. That's easy. Anyone can do that. The reason that editing is hard for me is, how should I put this? I don't want to say it's body dysmorphia, but it's body dysmorphia. You see, as I've mentioned in my previous videos, both of them, I have a low self-esteem issue, which I'm working on. This is part of it. This is helping with it, hopefully. And part of that is I don't really look in mirrors that much, as I'm sure it's shocking with my debonair demeanor here. In fact, one of the hardest things for me is to go get my hair cut, because I have to just stare into a mirror the entire time, and that's the most I ever stare into a mirror is when I'm getting my hair cut. And that's all I have to do is just stare at myself and just be like, really? That's what it looks like on the outside, and that's the problem. The way I picture myself, the way I picture my facial expressions, the way I picture my mannerisms, the way I picture my svelteness, which doesn't exist at this point, is very different than the reality, and what you see, and what everyone sees. Everything I see and hear of myself is way different than what is true. Actually, it's funny because this is gonna be weird. The way I think I look is actually much better than the way I think I look when I actually see myself, if that makes any sense. So you would almost think with that logic I would have a massive ego, but it balances out some. Well, actually it doesn't balance out, it goes way too far on the negative side. The other hard part of editing these videos is here. What comes out of here? My voice. When I was in the aforementioned broadcasting school, we had an audio teacher who taught us how this worked. Everyone you know, everyone in the world, when they hear their voice on a recording, sounds higher pitched and completely different than how they hear it. And the reason for that is you do not hear your own voice through your ears. You hear your own voice through vibrations in your skull. That's why your voice sounds deeper, and that's why it freaks you out when you hear your voice on a recording, because this is how you think your voice sounds. But in reality, this is how your voice. And so you're just not used to it, because you've always heard it the same way. Well, I mean, it gets deeper as you grow older, obviously, and, well, hopefully. And I've always been very self-conscious about my voice, because I've had times where I would get a call from, say, a salesperson or on a drive-through, and they would say ma'am instead of sir. And in high school and middle school, it was one of them. I remember there was a day where someone came up to me and said, "Did you just inhale a lot of helium?" Well, kids are cool. When you were like I was, it didn't help. So that's the other part of this. I have to hear my voice again, over and over. But as I said before, I went to broadcasting school, so if I did this before, I got used to it before, but it's been years since I've done that. And so it's just something I'm gonna have to get used to again. Yeah, I'm not the epic voice guy. I will never be. I don't have a voice like Markiplier. I don't have a voice like Boogie, but those guys already exist, so I don't need that. That would just make things harder. They already have the gig of being the guys with the great voices. So as this goes on, I'm gonna get more used to it, and learn to accept it, and learn to love it, because it's me. It's who I am. It's who I've always been. So anyway, that's my story for this week. A little bit of body dysmorphia. Not really body dysmorphia. If you like this, I'm gonna keep doing them. I'm looking at once a week, trying to post it every Saturday. I'm gonna eventually ramp up. I'm trying to get to 10 to start off, before I even tell anyone I'm doing this. I haven't told anyone in my life that I'm doing this, so you guys who have just found it, you're the only ones that know about it, because the 10th one will be the day after my birthday, so I want to get used to it. I want to get good at it. Well, not good, but better, adequate, before I tell anyone, so they can go through them and then criticize. Although they won't criticize, they'll love, because that's what friends and family do. So, if you like what you see, you like the potential of what you see, you want to see where this goes, want to follow along on the journey, hit a like, hit a subscribe, leave a comment if you want. I'll respond, and we'll see you next week, where I think I'll introduce you to someone. Yeah, that's not creepy at all.